Live. Well, Merry Christmas, everybody. A new year is upon us. Upon us. We'll give it a couple minutes, see if anybody shows up. If so, great. If not, I'm just going to do this thing and call it a day. Aiden Fletcher. How you doing, Aiden? Oh, it's colder than a well digger's crack here. Time to hide in the shop and carve. Yep. Time to hide and carve. Yeah, I got the old diesel heater fired up. Just about ready to call today and head into the house. And I was talking to Jordy. Hey, baby kisses. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. It's 11 p.m. I put the heat back on. It's 6 o'clock here. 6 o'clock. And it's dark. Dark. Ho, ho, ho. I just did a video on carving these beard hairs and the fur and the tassel on this guy. I got it uploaded to YouTube, but it's pretty crappy out. And so I don't know how good my internet's going to be, because I'm out in the man cave, so, which is about probably 75 yards from the house where I get my internet from. So we'll have to see how this all works out for us. You guys were here last live when we did this guy here. Well, I started carving the snowman. Well, that's what he turned out to be right there. Dad, how's it going, Dad? Yeah, that's remember we started out, we had part of a hat and part of a face, and then that's what he turned out looking like. Thanks, baby. So we got him down and eating eyeballs. So I think I'm just gonna do the standard eyes of coal thing, maybe. Got this here bugle burr inverted cone. It's got like a hole in the middle. I'm just gonna go meow, and do some shaping with a knife. Maybe this thing in a very small burr. Where did I get this? Is that what you want to know? Where did I get that bugle burr at? This is a 1/32 shaft. Merry Christmas, Dad. Amazon. I got a bunch of them. I think there was like 10 in a pack for $8. Not the greatest diamond burr in the world, but for what we're using them for, I've already wore all the diamond off that edge there, because I was using it for doing hairs. Worked pretty good for that. Yeah, Amazon. They're just cheapies. 1/32. So if you're going to put them in a Dremel, you're going to have to either get a 1/32, a 3/32, I think it's 3/32 collet for your Dremel, or you're going to have to get one of these guys here, which is an adapter that just lets you slide this right inside the 1/8 inch. This is an 1/8 inch collet. It'll let you slide it, and this will work with your Dremel too. You can slide this right inside your Dremel collet. So It's kind of nice because then you don't gotta change it, take it apart, change the collet out. You can just slide this guy right here. Matter of fact, I got another one in case I lose that one right here. So this is another 3/32 shaft, and this is a little collet that you can put inside the 1/8 collet. You can get these guys from Mountain Wood Carvers, or you can get them from Tree Line USA. They've got them, and I use this one inside of my micro carver. But if I was going to use one of these in my Dremel, I just slap that right inside the Dremel collet, and you'd be good to go. So I've been in a quandary whether I want to knife carve these eyes, make the little flat spots, and then do the little. Let's see. We can do a little eyeball. Get you down there so you can see it. Do like an eye like this. Type of thing. And then that would be your straight line. And then you just put a dot like that. Go in the corners and cut it deep, and then, or just go with this bugle burr here and make the round eye. Just do a round eye like that. It's not very round, but this thing makes round dots. And then come back in and cut it like that, and then put your dot in. What do you guys think? Think we should do an eye like that or an eye like that? Just do a round eye. Or we just do it round and paint it black and say it's a clump of coal. A clump of coal. Or we can go bigger. I got a bigger one. Give them some really big eyeballs. And then you can have a rock of coal instead of a lump of coal. Here's a better view of that diamond bugle thing. This one here is quite a bit bigger than that one. Let's see. Well, that would give them some big old eyeballs. Let me draw that on there just to see what it would look like. See, I'm just putting the burr up against there. I do this a lot. Just put the burr up against there and yeah, that one. Which one? You give them a big eyeball, and we can come back in and cut it like that. You think a big eye or a little eye? I don't know. I kind of like the big eye, big goofy eye. I kind of like that. I think we're going to go with the big one. Yeah, big one. I think the big one. If we don't like it, we just take a knife and carve it off, right? Right. Okay. Well, things are about to get noisy because I have all my Dremels and my micro motors hooked up to a switch, to a, what do you call it, bar? It's got a switch, and that goes to the shop vac. So I don't forget to turn on the shop vac. So let's go ahead and take this Oz Plus here. Hey, Electric Whittler, we're making an eyeball, big eyeball. It's all Baby Kiss's fault. Yep, power strip. And we're gonna Merry Christmas, and we're gonna carve that eyeball in there. Right like that. Oh, you can't see, my big thumb's in the way. We're gonna put big eyeballs in there, and then we'll come back with a knife and clean it all up. Okay, so I'm gonna fire up the and get you guys set up here. Put you on the overhead position, whatever that is. Check the picture, see if you guys can see what we're doing here. I'll try to keep my hands out of the way. Doubtful, but I'll try. Let's go ahead and fire up the machine over there and pop some eyeballs in this dude. Okay, here we go. Turn it on. We got the flame bird set up in there already. Let's go ahead and use the flame bird. Diamond flame bird. Okay, so you guys can see what's going on here. We're in pretty deep there. We're gonna just go back and smooth that out. Try to get that eye to pop out a little bit, I guess. With the corncob pipe and a button nose. Guess we'll blend that nose into the eye, next to the eye. I don't know, that one side burned in a little bit, but that's all right. It's all right, be okay. It's only a snowman. It's only the snowman. Yeah, I figured I'd just make this short and sweet today. Just trying to get this all smoothed out here. A little hard to do with that hat in the way. We just push up under that hat, create the separation. A separation. It seems like every time I leave the brim of the hat thick, we end up going back and pushing it up. So that's always a good reason why you leave your hat brims thick, because then you can always adjust for over your eyes. I did the same thing with that Santa Claus. When I carved his eyes in there, the hat was right on top of him. And then I'm like, well, I want to give him a little eyebrow there, so should be using a little something with a little more bite to it, but it is what it is. And by leaving the brim of the hat a little bit thick this way, I can adjust it up and down. The secrets people won't tell you. I let it all go here. I don't hide nothing. Man, there's a lot of glare on that camera. Can't see what you guys are writing right this second because of the overhead lights are bouncing off from the screen on the camera. Getting well, that wasn't good. Now he looks mad. It's a little peeved about something. Around that, smooth that out, get rid of that sharp angle down, so it gives them more of a happy look. If you cut your angles in hard here, then it really raises the eye line, the eyebrow line, and it really makes them look like they're mad. Get some of that burnt wood off in there. from our tool. All right, turn that damn thing off. Where's my wire brush at? I don't know if you guys heard any, you heard any of my babbling there. Uh, Tilt you this way so I can see the comments, if there are any comments. I don't know. Put that away. Put it away. Put it away. So yeah, I don't even know why I'm showing you Santa Claus. There must have been something. Oh, the hat. Yeah, when I carved these these eyes in, this hat was way down here. So I just kept pushing it back till I got enough for my eyebrows. Hey, there's Perry. Hey, I'm just gonna carve these eyes and oh, thank you. You wouldn't believe how many of them guys I made before I learned how to do that. I keep thinking that that's a right here. I keep thinking that's a deep mark from the tool, but it's actually a burn mark, so it's fooling me. Hey, it looks like I'll be able to upload that Santa video today, so anybody interested in that can watch it. Or if you're not interested, you don't have to watch it. I'll probably watch it. Thanks, Aiden. So you can see we got the eyeball sticking out there. From that bugle tool. You can also take that tool out of the chuck and use it to do some sanding if you want to. I mean, you can turn the tool way down too, but you get to that point where you're carving and the power just sometimes gets a little too powerful. Gets a little too powerful. I just wanted to take the black stuff off the eyes. From it did burn it, but there we go. That's got it, I think. I think that's got it. I'm getting here to do a little cleanup. Since I'm right here, this is in my hand. All right. Now, do you think we should put the this was a piece of this was a piece of this, which is, what is that, Rob? Do you know what it is, Rob? It is 1 3/4 or 4 centimeters. Okay, go there. Yeah, 4.5 centimeters. Yes, this is basswood. You get it from I got it from Amazon, and this is what 12.5 centimeters long, or 5 inches long. Yeah, I'm not too happy with this load of it. Um, just because it's quite hard. It's quite hard. So I need to put it in a Tupperware container or a plastic bag and a wet rag, a wet paper towel. If your wood's too hard, like this is really hard wood, it's because that's what these guys over here were carved out of. These guys were carved out of that same batch of wood that I got, and it seemed to be quite. Now see, this piece don't feel too bad, but maybe it was just that piece. But whenever I get wood from Amazon, I figure it's been in their warehouse for a long time. If I know I'm going to do some carving, birch. Yeah, birch is great wood to carve. I was driving down the road and somebody had cut down a birch tree and had it sliced up into about 5 foot long logs. And I grabbed them and threw them in the back of my truck. Now they're out in my garage. Been there for about a year. They say an inch a year. Yeah, Heineke. Yep. I bought basswood from them before, but I can never remember how to spell the name. So I have a hard time looking it up. But I bought 4 pieces of 4 by 4 by, what was it? 4 inches by 4 inches by, I think it was 12 or 16 inches long. And I think the shipping came out to be as much as the wood. It was like $50. But that was a couple years back. You won't regret it. They got good wood. And you can get it whatever size you want. You know, if you want 6x6, 4x4, 3x3, 2x3, whatever, they'll cut it. Heineke. They're out of Wisconsin. I don't know what. I just can't remember how to spell their name. Half the time, I can't spell my name. So, yeah. Yeah, that one micromotor right over there is $700 over there. Hi, John. Yeah, I'm only across the lake from them, and the shipping was almost as much as the basswood. I think it was $50 for the 4 pieces plus shipping. But it's like I said, it's been a few years since I've ordered from them. And Ben over at Studio on the Lake, he lives in Wisconsin, and he was telling me that has farmers call him all the time when a big basswood tree blows over, and he has a sawmill, so he goes over there and grabs them, brings them home, and cuts them up, but he air dries them, so you get some spalting in there. This is here that he sent me. They're bigger pieces, so I've been saving them for a special color. So I paint that guy. He's going away. He's going bye-bye. He's got a new home already. Yeah, that one over there, this one. I need to send this in the Tree Line because they're the only place in the U.S. that fixes these, rebuilds it. and it's $100 to send this in and have it rebuilt. I think I got a bearing going out in it because the guy I bought it from was used it for dental work, making dentures, and I think all that powder crap got down in there. I took it apart. I was hoping that they would send that I could buy a rebuild kit for it, but they're like, nope, because it's so tight tolerances on this that they don't sell rebuild kits. You gotta send it in to be rebuilt. I think it's a crock of shit myself. I think they just want you to send it in so they can make the money on rebuilding it. But what do I know? What do you know? I don't know nothing. Yeah, that one's 50,000, and this master carver is 45,000. But I know I can buy this a 45,000 RPM. Now this has brushes. This one is brushless. You know, this is a lot heavier. Ooh, a lot heavier. But I know I can get a different handpiece for this too. They made C50K. They made two different style handpieces. This just happens to be the bigger one. So if I wanted to, I could buy another handpiece for this unit. And get the smaller handpiece. I could probably get a handpiece from Ram. I don't know, probably $100, $125 for a new handpiece. I'll have to ask Jordy. He's got to send one in to get rebuilt. So he overheated his. I don't know how he overheated it, but so what do we do? Do we paint these eyes black and just call it good, or do we give them an upper eyelid? Let's just draw it on there and see what it looks like. Oh, that hat is really putting a shadow on there, isn't it? The handpiece won't lock the burrs in. You might have something stuck in it. That Jordy had that problem with his that one handpiece I fixed for him. There was a little piece of plastic stuck down in there, and it kept it from locking. And one thing you got to remember, never lock those without having a burr in them, or you'll crush the collet. And never store them without having a burr in it. You always want a burr in there to keep them. Because, well, you know how this works, right? Inside of here, there's the barrel that's got two wheels on it, and then there's a round cylinder that's kind of shaped like a cam. And when you turn this, it slides up the cam and unlocks it. But when you lock it, okay, it slides down the cam, and the spring is there's a spring in there that actually pulls down on this collet and locks it. You might want to try adjusting your collet too. Did you get the wrenches with yours that goes in here? You take this off, and then you can adjust your collet. I know I took this one apart. Yeah, you might need to take this part off and adjust the collet to make it tighter. Because if this part's working okay, because that's all spring tension that pulls down on that. If your collet's opened up a little bit too much, it'll click, but it won't lock because your collet's too loose. Yep. Because if you look at the top of this collet right here, it's like a triangle that wrench goes on. Yeah, it's hard to diagnose something when you don't have it in your hand. It could be the spring went bad, or doesn't click, only turns one way. Hmm. Interesting. Maybe you lost the wheel. Wheel came undone. There is a nylon hub in here too that is like a coupler for your motor. Hooks the motor to this end. If that isn't exactly right, it won't do anything. But if it isn't clicking, that cam thing, you gotta be careful because if you don't get that cam in there right, that barrel that kind of looks like a whoop-de-doo like that, kind of has a. It could be the spring. There's a couple different things. Like this one over here has got 2 or 3 thrust bearings in it. So I could see why they want you to send it in. But I think I'm gonna after Christmas, I'll be sending this one in to get rebuilt. I love this thing. This has got so much power over this one. I'm gonna have to get a hold of them after Christmas and see if I can. You can almost hear it. Compared to this one. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I got a plugged up bearing in here. I take apart everything, right? I don't leave nothing alone. But I've been afraid to take this apart because it costs so much. I mean, the power unit to buy this thing is, if you look it up, it's a Oz Elite or Oz Plus. There's an Oz Elite and an Oz Plus. This thing's like $700. I got it used. I got a good deal on it. This dentist I know was retiring, and I was getting some dental work done, and I'm like, man, I gotta find a new dentist. And I'm like, what are you gonna do with that microcarver? But that polymer from, you can see it right here. That's that polymer stuff from the dentures, and I'm sure it got some down in there, and because I'm always cleaning them, I'm sure it got some down in there. Yeah, I got lucky. Not really, because I had to find a new dentist. Yeah, see, when I bought this one, I came in with a 1/32 collet, and I'm like, I want the 1/8 collet. So I went to Tree Line. I ordered an 1/8 collet for it, and I changed it out. And so I got the 3/32 that slides into it. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing either. Help, Jordy. But I've been afraid to take this one apart. So you can see it's still got that polymer stuff on the all over it. I tried cleaning it up the best I could. But I know the head unit or the main controller is what costs the bread. This I'm pretty sure I could probably pick up for $150, a new one. So do I just paint these black, or do I go ahead and carve the eye the? Did you miss the live? No, we're still live for now. Live for now. Where's my little one at? Hi, Jordy. It's got to be one of my favorite knives right here. Man, I got to turn that heater off. It's killing me in here. Yeah, I think we're just about ready to wrap it up here too. We got the eyes carved in it. I don't know. I'm trying to decide whether I want to put the eyelid in or just leave it like that for Just paint them black. I don't know. What do you think, Jordy? Should we put the eyelids in there? Should we put eyelids in it or just leave it? Leave them big and big black eyeballs. Yeah, just like two big old lumps of coal there, huh? Yep, think that's the way we're gonna go. All right, guys, we're gonna call it a day here. I'm beat. I've been hiding out in the man cave all day. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and Mod Podge this guy. Put him on our little Mod Podge painting dowel. And then I put a hook in the end of it so I can hang it up. So I've got to find some place to put it. Boo, it's cold. Bye-bye. Talk to y'all later. Hasta la vista, baby. See ya. The live is ending in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Does it hurt to carb oil? I don't know. I never tried carb oil. Later, Aiden. Later, Perry. Well, Mod Podge is water based and oil is oil based. Like this spoon. Here's a perfect example. Mod Podge on the top and oil on the rest of it from here down because I use mineral oil because it's a food grade oil, so you can eat with it and not worry about killing yourself. So, but I did not oil this guy before. What I would do is take a piece of basswood, put whatever oil it is you're using on it, and then let that sit for a day, and then go back and put the Mod Podge on it, boil linseed oil, then paint and Mod Podge. As long as you got a barrier between the oil and the Mod Podge, I think you're okay. Like the paint, if you paint, put your linseed oil on it, and then paint it, then Mod Podge it, I think you're all right. I think you'd be all right. But if you're gonna Mod Podge it, why put the linseed oil on it anyway? You know, I just like when I do these guys here. This guy here, he's been Mod Podged already. When I finished them, I Mod Podged them because it keeps the dirt off of them. Yeah. Yeah, this guy up here is Mod Podge and paint, no oil. Then from here down is oil. He's been actually I filled this bowl up with oil and just let it sit for like 3 days so that it would suck whatever it wanted into it. And the same way with this, I kept wiping the oil on here. Yeah, I would say use a scrap piece of wood and try it. I wouldn't try it on nothing I'd carve that I want to keep. Yeah, no problem. Hey, that's what we're here for. We all learn from each other, right? If you come back and say, yeah, man, that worked great. Hell, I'll try it. I'll go get some boiled linseed oil and try it. I know Doug Linker, he does his. I've seen him do his with the linseed oil, but I don't remember him painting afterwards. I personally haven't used boiled linseed oil because of the possibility of fire in your rag bucket. That's what you do yours. You linseed oil it and then paint it. Oh yeah, Hi, Doc. How you doing? I've got the Mod Podge. Yep, I like the Mod Podge. But if I'm using Mod Podge, there's really no use in me using linseed oil too. But I Mod Podge it, then I'll paint it because the Mod Podge acts like a sealant, right? It's not going to let. Hi, Mark. How you doing? It's not going to let the air or moisture into it. So I Mod Podge it first, like I did this Santa. I Mod Podged him first, and then I'll paint them. But I got to drill a hole for the. I got these 10 millimeter magnets here, and I'll put one in the back of his head so you can hang him on a refrigerator. But then I'll also drill the top and make it so you can put a hook in it, so you can hang it on your Christmas tree. Then after Christmas, if you want to, you can throw them on your refrigerator, or you can put them on your refrigerator, or whatever you want to do. That's the same way with this guy here. Hey, I love the Mod Podge. And if you're going to use a Mod Podge, they make a Mod Podge for wet conditions too. If you want to use that, it's a little more expensive. But yeah, my mom, she was big on like the ceramic gnomes and stuff. Thanks, baby kisses. The my mom, she used to use the Mod Podge on everything. Yeah, we're about ready to get off, Doc. I'm wore out myself. Yep, I always use the where is it? Oh, what did I do with it? I always use the satin. I do have, like, I made a board. Jordy sent me some pictures that he painted, well, copies of them, and I got a big piece of wood. It's big because there's like five of them paintings, and I used the gloss Mod Podge. I laid down a layer of it, then stuck his paintings on there, and then Mod Podged over them to seal them in. That's an old from back in the 70s. My mom used to take pieces of wood and then cut like waves in it, and then burn the edges of the wood, then stain it, and then she would Mod Podge it and put a picture on there, and then Mod Podge over the picture with the gloss. Um, I don't know if she's got any of them pictures left or not. I don't know over time what the Mod Podge would look like, if it tints color or not. I know in the here and now it does no yellowing or anything. That's why I like using it. But I don't know. So probably in another couple years we'll see. We'll come back and look at these guys and see if they went yellow. All right. Any questions before we get off here? Any other questions? You're welcome, Perry. All right, then. Let's call it a day, guys, and we'll talk to you later. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a good holiday. And I hope everybody does good. Has a good Christmas. I don't have any carvings from 3 years ago. I either sold them or shot them. No, I haven't, Aiden. I carve a lot of basswood. I carve birch. I carved pine. See you later, Mark. Um, I've carved that one knife. I don't know what kind of wood it is, but man, it's awesome. This guy here. Oh, my mom. Yeah, I'll be over there this week and I'll ask her. Merry Christmas, Jim. Glad you guys could stop in and spend some time. And we're going to call it a night. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Over and out.